Guys, Adidas is just about to sell a ton of Yeezys. However, Ye says they're all fake. I'm gonna give you guys everything you need to know about this upcoming Adidas and Yeezy release, which is happening tomorrow. At least starting tomorrow. There's supposed to be a ton more than what we've just seen. Just over a week ago, during a Sneaky Sundays episode, I told you guys that Yeezys were gonna be dropping again in March. Fast forward to 2 days ago, and Adidas actually announced their first of many Yeezys to come. So it started off with this product page over here. It just has an announcement press release. The first one is this pair of 350s over here. It's called the 350 V2 Steel Gray. So this one is available to enter through a raffle on the Adidas Confirmed app, which is basically the traditional way that Adidas has been releasing Yeezys since the whole thing collapsed in 2022. Now, one thing that people were questioning is that they loaded up for full retail price, which isn't really a surprise, but based off of what Adidas said when they first announced that they were going to be releasing more Yeezys in 2024, was that they said that they're going to be selling these Yeezys at cost, which everybody assumed because they said it's at cost, there would be some kind of discount applied and that Adidas wasn't going to be making profit on the Yeezys that they sell. But clearly that is not the case. In the background over here, you have a couple other silhouettes that are all blacked out. There's a 350, there's a foam runner, a pair of slides, and also a pair of 500s. You can also see that some other regions have different shoes loaded up on their respective apps. So this country over here, which I believe is Australia, based on the $330 retail price. This is the Yeezy 500 Stone Taupe, which we did speak about. One thing to kind of mention over here, which I thought was noteworthy, it says no returns, no refunds, or exchanges. Basically, everywhere outside of the EU, if you do enter for any of these Yeezy raffles that are happening right now, you're not going to be able to return these products. Over in Hong Kong, they've got way more Yeezys available. So if you check out, this is the Adidas official website in Hong Kong. They've got a ton. They've got a lot of kids and toddler sizes of Yeezy foam runners and slides. The Azure Yeezy slide, the Bone White 500s, couple 350s restocking the Bone Yeezy slide. Got more 500s, some more 350s like the Onyx, and one of the wildest ones, the Zebra. These are all available right now out in Hong Kong. Are these shoes going to be dropping everywhere else? It is quite possible. However, like I said, with the shoes that I spoke about a couple weeks ago, those were the only ones that I knew of, which again, all of those shoes that I was speaking about, that all came from Adidas. So these are all the shoes that I spoke about, because these were the only shoes that had information. I said that there could be more, but we do have release dates according to Adidas based on all of these. And we didn't have a release date for the sand boot, and that wasn't on the release list that I had, so I'm not entirely sure if these are going to be dropping this month. However, we do have a bunch of official images, so they are apparently supposed to release. But something happened a couple days ago that pretty much just destroyed this entire Yeezy release. Ye speaking out on all of it. So Ye posted an image of the 350 Steel Gray and basically had all of this to say. Anybody who loves Ye would not buy these fake Yeezys. I never made these colorways. I'm not getting paid off of them. And Adidas is suing me. He also said that all the new non-approved 350s are corny, and everybody knows that the 350 been corny. Shortly after that, he released a video going over all of this in a little bit more detail.
Let me explain really clear to you guys what's happening with Adidas. It's not only are they putting out fake colorways that are non-approved, they're suing me for $250 million, and they're also not paying me for these shoes that they're putting out that have my name on it. And they're using contract clauses and 50 years of business experience.
When the whole collaboration ended, and we know that Adidas had a lot of these products still sat in their warehouse, they decided to sell them off. And I think everybody was generally pretty happy about it. They were like, we can get all of these Yeezy products before this collaboration turns to dust. Ye even said that all of the ones that Adidas were going to sell are completely fine. Even though the contract had ended, he was still going to be getting some kickback from these Yeezys, or at least that's what a lot of us were under the impression of.
I know the people at Adidas are not gonna have the best Thanksgiving, but if any way I could indemnify what they've done, even though they took that IP, they hired lawyers to sign it over. I promise everyone out there, those designs, they still good by me. Those designs still good by me. I know y'all saying, we not gonna buy them unless Shay got them. If y'all want those designs, they still good by me. I can guarantee you one thing. So I'm telling you, this Christmas, this Thanksgiving, whatever Adidas wants to drop, and you know that that was a design that we put in, those are good by me. And hopefully this can like heal, this can heal some of the bleeding.
However, now he's saying he's not getting paid. So it is a little bit confusing because we're not entirely sure if it's just now that they've stopped paying him or if they never paid him. But we do know that a lot of the Yeezys that Adidas has been releasing, most of them have been restocks of older colorways that were being produced while Ye was still with Adidas. However, not all of them were restocks, and some of them were newer ones, and that includes this steel gray colorway of the 350, which Ye has been making the highlight of all of these comments. He even sent a DM to I Shall Post Ye on Instagram saying, I never made that Yeezy colorway. Adidas are selling my styles and not paying me, and they are trying to sue me for a marketing fund they agreed upon. So clearly Ye had nothing to do with this gray colorway of the 350. What I also found pretty interesting, that gray colorway of the 350 is not the only one that I don't think Ye had anything to do with. We'll get into that in a minute. The fact that Adidas is trying to sell Yeezys without paying Ye, I think is pretty insane. Like, I completely understand one thing if they decided to end the contract, but if you were so dead set on ending the agreement, I don't think they should continue selling them. And if they still decide to sell them, then I think the man whose name is literally on these shoes and who helped create the designs should be getting paid for what he created, regardless of the way that the contract ended. This is really a story about a massive corporation going against an independent designer. However, this has led to a lot of people having two very different opinions on this. There has been a lot of people basically deciding to boycott Adidas entirely. We've got a post over here by the head of Yeezy marketing, Yes Jules, on I believe this is Twitter, saying that the Adidas boycott starts now, by the way. And while there's a lot of people that agree with that message and are not going to be supporting these Yeezy releases and not buying them, there are people on the other side who are kind of like, well, I really like these shoes, I kind of want to buy them. You know, Ye originally designed them, so it's a little bit disappointing when it goes down like this and you kind of have to choose a side. Honestly, I think it is really just down to a decision that people have to make. Do they want to support Adidas, or are they going to decide to boycott Adidas and basically agree that Adidas is doing something morally wrong here? So after all of this went down, Ye said what he had to say. What did Adidas respond with? Well, they didn't respond with anything publicly, which I think was probably a smart move. Apparently, they heard the message loud and clear internally. This was a very interesting thing I found on Reddit. An internal document meant for Adidas employees, basically giving employees information on how they should deal with anybody coming into their stores and asking about these Yeezy products. They've got 3 points over here saying that Adidas is the sole owner of the product, including the design rights for existing products as well as previous colorways under the partnership. The products are existing Yeezy designs initiated in 2022. Adidas honored contractual obligations and discussed releasing products prior to the announcement with the former partner. However, that is not entirely true because one of the Yeezy sneakers that are going to be dropping is the Yeezy 500 Stone Taupe, this colorway over here. It's basically an all-over white pair with a gum outsole. You can see that the production date on this sneaker says 02/23. They produced this pair in 2023 after Adidas and Yeezy was cancelled, because if this one was produced in 2023, then obviously he wasn't part of the brand since October 2022. There's a lot of potential that he had nothing to do with this pair as well. This is also a picture that a lot of people have posting around both on Reddit and of course on Instagram as well. It basically shows all of the bigger brands, how they've been growing in 2022 and 2023. The one brand that really took a hit in that year was Adidas. And this is largely because of Yeezy. And we know financially, Adidas wouldn't be selling all of these Yeezys if they didn't have to do it because it would hurt them. Now, another thing that I also found was pretty interesting is I saw this post basically saying that part of Ye's contract with Adidas have resurfaced today. According to this contract, Adidas forbid Ye from taking a 30-day break to receive any kind of treatment for mental health. They linked to the full article, which was written by Fast Company. And this is the full article over here. No, it's an old story. It was written back in 2023. This article didn't make the headlines. That's obviously because all of the articles were really focusing on the stuff that Ye was saying. The writer of this article actually commented on the picture, and I think the ending is pretty significant. Regardless of the public's view on Ye today, this clause was written in a contract preceding most of the controversy. In that way, it's not even a Ye story to me, but a snapshot of how a black creator could be set up to fail and lose billions. So according to this article, the contract said it had another termination clause included by Adidas that was not typical. 30 consecutive days of mental health or substance abuse treatment. In other words, if Ye spent a month receiving care for significant aspects of his health, he could be forced to give up his significant piece of what was then the greatest shoe empire of the modern era. So there you have it, a very drama-filled situation, and it's not very fun. I think it's just unfortunate all around. I think anybody who appreciated Yeezy shoes is a little bit sad by all of this, but what's really going on here, I think, is a much bigger thing than just these Adidas Yeezys. In all honesty, I think Adidas does have a pretty bad look at the moment. Now look, we could get more details on this, we could get some more clarification, maybe really figure out what's going on and why Adidas isn't paying Ye, if all of that is true. But I think something we can all agree on is that in most cases, big companies, big corporations, we know for a fact they are bottom line first. And for the most part, they do not mind if they screw over individuals in the process. This is all just alleged. A lot of this information is just kind of rumors, leaks, and different things going around. But as of right now, it seems like everybody needs to make a decision. Are they going to be buying these Yeezys or not? And I would love to know down in the comment section what your opinion is. Are you going to be buying them, or are you going to be boycotting them? Drop your thoughts down in the comment section on this entire situation. Would love to have a read through. I don't know, you've been checking out the shoes that have been chilling on the couch, so why don't you just go and watch a full review? Click on that video over there.